It seems to have crashed, and I was saying, yeah. So I'm going to carry on. It says, how long can the bank runs continue before banking systems start to collapse? Um, Point number 12: preparations for the collapse of the eurozone. As I have written about previously, the smart money has already written off southern Europe. All of the other all over the continent, major financial institutions are preparing for the worst. For example, just check out the Visa Europe. What Visa Europe is doing. Visa Europe is holding weekly meetings to discuss scenarios in the event of a eurozone collapse, joining other companies that are preparing for a potential breakup of the currency bloc. Visa is one of the main companies that they're using to push the RFID chip, man. I know they're going to be using them as a byproduct to push this RFID chip, man, because they're not going to be using it in those damn plastic credit cards no more. They're going to put that shit in your arm or in your forehead, man. As the scriptures say. It says Chief Commercial Officer Steve Perry said Tuesday that management at the UK-based credit card company meets weekly to explore various possible outcomes, including a total collapse of the eurozone, man. They're just not letting they're not letting the peons out there knowing it. I'm saying? The average Joe out there, they don't know what's going on. They're thinking they can just go to the bank, withdraw their money, and everything's fine and dandy until the damn banks implode. And they file for bankruptcy and to tell you can't get your money out of your accounts. And all that madness. Like they did a couple years back with Royal Bank of Scotland, man. All happened just in one day. That's all it takes. Point 13: global lending is slowing down. All over the globe, the flow of credit is beginning to freeze up. In fact, the Banking for International Settlements says that worldwide lending is contracting at the fastest pace since the financial crisis of 2008. Point 14: sophisticated cyber attacks on banks, which are going into what happened with NatWest Bank with their online glitches and all that, man, which are they're all part of setups anyway, man, just to implode the system even more. It's being reported that very sophisticated hackers have successfully raided dozens of banks in Europe, which is bullshit. It is being estimated that they have stolen 60 million euros, man, which we all know where that 60 million euros has gone, man. It's gone into the hands of the accounts of those banking families, man. Rothschilds, DuPonts, the Gettys, man. For all the Abkeo processes and all that, man. All that chaos and all that. And they like to steal and plunder money out of every situation they can possible, man. Whether it be by the bloodshed of millions or the loss of people losing their households and all these kind of things, man, mortgages and all that, through their different bonus schemes and shit that they be having in these banks, man, for when they get these bailouts, man. That's what these bankers are all about, man. Raking the money and robbing the poor, man. Don't give a fuck about the poor. So-called 99%. You're the sheeple to them, So 60 million euro has been stolen from the bank accounts in massive bank raids after fraudsters raided dozens of financial institutions around the world, according to the joint report by software security firm McAfee and Guardian Analytics. More than 60 firms have suffered from what is called an insider level of understanding, man. And we all know who them insiders are, man. What happens someday if we wake up and all the money in the banks is gone? Which is gonna happen, man, because they're gonna fast. All these banks are one day you're gonna wake up one sunny afternoon, morning or whatever, man, afternoon or morning, and you're gonna hear breaking news. All these banks are just far for bankruptcy, and they're closing up shop. They're gonna have queues lining up for fucking like they're going to a concert and shit, stadium to watch a football game or something. You know, lining up around the block. People trying to get into the banks to get their money out and all that, man. They close their accounts and they ain't gonna be able to, man. You know, because there's not gonna be nothing there for them, man. You know, so it's all a fraud, man. You thinking that you got your little 40k or whatever, man, 401k, whatever they call it, in your bank account, and your shit's secure, your pension's secure. That you're just living in a dream world, man. You know, that ain't even real money anyway, man. It's just numbers, man. You know, so you ain't gonna get the accumulated money that you've made or worked for throughout the years or whatever, man. Coming months and all that, man. It's gonna be all gone, man. Within one day, man. You know, it says it right there. What happens someday if we wake up and all the money in the banks is gone, man? What are you gonna do then, man? And this is all scriptural as well, man, because the Most High said to not trust in the damn riches of this world, man. 'Cause you take nothing out of this world. You bring nothing into this world, neither can you take nothing out, man. As it says in the First Timothy's, man. And it says, rich man profiteth not in the day of wrath, in Proverbs 11:4, man. You know, so amongst many other scriptures, you know. I'm gonna carry on. It says point 15, municipal bankruptcies, which are just the point I was just raising up. Municipal bankruptcies all over the United States and cities and towns, and are cities and towns on the verge of financial disaster. This week, Stockton, California became the largest U.S. city to declare bankruptcy, but the reality is that it's only just the beginning of the municipal debt crisis. And that's true, man. They did file for bankruptcy, because even last week, the day that the banks in Europe got downgraded again for the credit agencies, Moody's, man. America had the uproar in California, state of California, because their people was moaning about not being able to use their EBT cards, man. Their food that they get their food stamps from, man. You know, they weren't able to use their gain access to their EBT accounts and all that, man. The cards weren't working, you know, and there was many reports about it throughout that day, man. I remember seeing a report on the news. So, you know, that's just another scheme, another glitch in the system that these devils are using to further implode the system, man, and bring that economic down structure and that final collapse, man, of the whole system, for the stocks to just break, and then, you know, all hell to break loose, man, so they could push this martial law and all that, man. Because these are the kind of things they need, that order ab chaos, man, as I said before, you know. Read a little quote here. It says Stockton, California said it will file for bankruptcy after talks with bondholders and labor unions failed, making the agricultural center the biggest U.S. city to seek court protection from creditors. The city is fiscally insolvent and must seek Chapter 9 bankruptcy protection, Stockton said in a statement released yesterday after its council voted 6-1 to adopt a spending plan for operating bankruptcy protection. So, you know, it's all leading to the, you know, the nuclear war at the end of the day, man. That's all the plans of this damn devil. It's all leading to that martial law. Then he's gonna try and go through this World War III, you know, thinking that he's gonna come out on top and have his new world order in place, shall I say? But it's all gonna backfire, as you know, man. As the scriptures say, you know. Moving to point 16, talking about this Obamacare business with a chip and all that. It says the Obamacare decision. The U.S. economy is already a complete and total mess, and now the Obamacare decision is going to throw a huge wet blanket on it. All over America, small business owners are saying that they are going to have to let some workers go because they cannot afford to keep them all under Obamacare. It would be hard to imagine a more job-killing law than Obamacare. And now that the Supreme Court decision has finally been announced, we are going to see many businesses making some really hard decisions, which is true, man. Because that Obamacare, man, that's just a total rip-off, man. And you damn people voting for it, screaming, screaming for Obamacare and all that, like to say it's going to help you, man. You're going to find out this after the elections, which I'm going to read in the next point, what this damn devil Obama's really about, man. He's going to reveal his horns. Esau's going to make him reveal his horns, and Esau's going to reveal his horns, man. And they're going to put it on you damn idiots out here, especially you niggas and Hispanics and hard-headed Native Americans, man. They don't want to attain to this word, Point 17, which is the last point, says the US elections, which is really the standpoint of where this is all going to kick off, man. This is when Esau's going to turn up the notch in the nations out there, the Goyim, and Obama's going to reveal his horns as well, man. You damn niggas that voted for Obama, you're going to put his ass back in office when he hasn't done anything for you for the past 4 years, and you're going to put his ass back in office to further fuck you niggas up, man. It's going to be to your own downfall, man, It's your fault, man. It's on your own heads, man. You got the men of the Lord coming out here telling you damn niggas to get right. That Obama's the damn devil and he's not even of your nation anyway. He's a damn Hamite. He's a homosexual. Passing all different kind of homosexual laws. Now he's passed the Obamacare law, and you niggas don't even fail to realize on page 1000 or 1004 is it that it's got the damn requirement, a mandate for the chip, man. To put a chip in your ass. That's mandatory in the next by next year March, man. They're saying 2014, where it's 36 months from the time that they established the law and all that, but really it's next year, man. Sooner the better for these devils, man, because they want this shit to implode, man, so they can just push forth their new world order, man. So it says 17, the US election. It is being reported that Barack Obama is putting together an army of thousands of lawyers to deal with any disputes that arise over voting procedures or results. This is all a forge anyway. That fucking election shit, it's all a forge, man. If they want Obama to stay in there, they'll make Obama stay in there. You damn idiots thinking your vote counts for something. It don't count for shit, man. It certainly looks like the upcoming election is going to be extremely close, and there's potential that it's going to end up facing another Bush v. Gore scenario, where the fate of the presidency is determined in court. The campaign season is likely to be exceptionally nasty, and I fear what may happen. I fear what may happen if there is a decisive winner on election day. The possible or significant civil unrest is certainly there, man. Because who knows what's going to happen during those elections, man. We definitely live in interesting times. Personally, I am deeply concerned about the September and October and November time frame. The other day, Joe Biden delivered a speech in which he made the following statements: "It is a depression for millions and millions of Americans." And what Biden said was right for once. Millions of Americans are out of work. Yep. Right now, and millions of Americans have fallen out of the middle class in recent years. If you have lost everything, it does feel like you are living through a depression. Which people on the low level of that shit now. When it goes into inflation, hyperinflation, and all that, man. When you ain't even got no homes left, and you're living out in the street or living out in the woods, running from these damn martial law troops, and you're really gonna know that you're in a depression. When you have to eat your kids and all that shit, man. And that's in the scriptures. And it says it does feel like you are living through a depression. When people lose everything, they tend to get desperate, and desperate people do desperate things, man. Especially when they are angry, man. So that's when all hell's gonna break loose, like it tells you in the Apocrypha, the 15th chapter, man. Not gonna regard the kings and princes and all that, man. We going through these damn government officials' heads.